Lesson 81. Scientist. Would you like to be a scientist?
Yes, I'd like to be a scientist.
Why?
Because you can discover many new things.
Tissue. What do we call a paper handkerchief?
We call a paper handkerchief a tissue.
Division. How many football divisions are there in your country?
There are 4 football divisions in my country.
Which division's your hometown in?
My hometown's in the 1st division.
In. Within. On the other hand. The time now is 6 o'clock. If I went out of the room and said I'll be back in an hour, at what time would I return?
If you went out of the room and said, I'll be back in an hour, you'd return at 7 o'clock.
If, on the other hand, I went out of the room and said I'll be back within an hour, at what time would I return?
If, on the other hand, you went out of the room and said, I'll be back within an hour, you'd return at any time between now and 7 o'clock.
Do you think life will be discovered on other planets within the next 100 years?
Yes, I think life will be discovered on other planets within the next 100 years.
Main. Mainly. Shopping. Which is the main shopping street in this town?
King Street is the main shopping street in this town.
Do you think that the difference between the people of one country and those of another is mainly a question of language?
No, I don't think the difference between the people of one country and those of another is mainly a question of language. I think there are other differences.
Sing, sang, sung. What are the 3 forms of sing?
The 3 forms of sing are sing, sang, sung.
Why are people so often in the habit of singing to themselves in the bathroom?
People are so often in the habit of singing to themselves in the bathroom, maybe because their voices sound better in the bathroom.
If you sang in public for a day, in the street for example, how much do you think you'd earn?
If I sang in public for a day, I think I'd earn about £100.
Have you ever sung in public?
Yes, I've sung in public.
Profit, loss, business. If you bought a business for £1 million and sold it again later for £250,000, would you be making a profit?
No, if I bought a business for £1 million and sold it again later for £250,000, I wouldn't be making a profit. I'd be making a loss.
How much would your loss be?
My loss would be £750,000.
Future perfect. I will have eaten. When do we use the future perfect?
We use the future perfect when we are thinking about time before and up to a specific point in the future.
Give me an example, please.
When you arrive at my house, I will have cooked dinner.
What does that sentence mean?
That sentence means that I will finish cooking dinner before you arrive at my house. When you arrive, dinner will be ready.
What's the difference between these 2 sentences? At 9 o'clock I will eat my dinner, and at 9 o'clock I will have eaten my dinner.
The difference between those 2 sentences is that at 9 o'clock I will eat my dinner means I will start to eat my dinner at 9 o'clock, whereas at 9 o'clock I will have eaten my dinner means that my dinner will already be finished at 9 o'clock.
Will you have had your dinner before midnight tonight?
Yes, I'll have had my dinner before midnight tonight.
Will we have left this room in 3 hours' time?
Yes, we'll have left this room in 3 hours' time.
At 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, will you already have got up?
Yes, at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll already have got up.
Will most shops in this town have shut before 11 o'clock this evening?
Yes, most shops in this town will have shut before 11 o'clock this evening.
Minister. Prime. What's a government minister?
A government minister is someone who has a very important job in the government.
Give me some examples, please.
Minister for Agriculture, foreign minister, etc.
What do some countries call the most important minister in the government?
Some countries call the most important minister in the government the Prime Minister.
Guess. Are you usually able to guess a person's age?
No, I'm not usually able to guess a person's age.
Coin. Have you got any coins in your pocket or bag at the moment?
Yes, I've got some coins in my pocket at the moment.
Cheers. In which situations do we say cheers?
We say cheers to express good wishes when we have a drink with somebody, to say thank you, and to say goodbye.